Christmas, everyone. It was a pretty nice day out there for a lot of us in Montana. Not a lot of snow, although my friend here is definitely celebrating that cold at around 29 degrees for our high in Helena today. Now, of course, it was a cold and quiet Christmas. We saw a lot of easy, breezy travel conditions. So if you are driving around to see family, you're not going to have to deal with too much disruption in those plans, especially here in Montana. Now, what Santa did deliver overnight was that sunshine, clear conditions out there. This is Helena earlier this afternoon. Of course, we saw that gorgeous horizon, not even a cloud in the sky, and that moon, I think it's almost a full moon at this point. Very beautiful conditions. And again, it was cold out there this afternoon and evening. I needed to bundle up in all the layers to take my dog out for his daily walk. Now, Great Falls also very cool outside, and of course we do see those clear conditions throughout Montana. The clear conditions indicate that it is cold out there because we just have that cooler low pressure that moved in, and it really has stayed with us here over the last few days after the moisture brushed in on Saturday. Now, we're not really looking at a whole lot of moisture to move on into Montana over the coming days. Of course, storms brewing over here towards the west coast this afternoon and evening, but although they're getting that precipitation, not a lot of it is going to be translating here towards the Treasure State, and that is going to be a continued pattern that we see really over the next few days. So we'll get a little bit of action, but it's very low impact, not a big weather maker expected to roll through the state here in the coming days, although we are seeing a fair amount of action there towards the coast. So walking through this here really quickly, by the time we hit tomorrow morning, early morning, we could see a little bit of precipitation towards the Kalispell, Missoula areas, that snow starting to push in, but then it breaks right up once it hits those Rocky Mountains and starts to clear out before it can even hit central Montana. So although there is a little bit of a precipitation going on in the area, we're not tracking a high chance in the Helena Valley for Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll continue to see these short waves kind of roll through Montana over the coming days, but in general, we're looking at more mild and dry weather to continue. Now, that breeze is on the stronger side along the Rocky Mountain front tomorrow afternoon with pretty strong wind gusts. But after that, after tomorrow, we are looking at calm conditions. So very mild weather settling into Montana here over the next few days. Now, of course, today's highs definitely on the cooler side, especially in Helena, 22 degrees there, 22 in Bozeman, but a little bit warmer towards Great Falls and Cut Bank with highs reaching the 40s. Now, tomorrow, Tuesday, we're going to actually warm up just a little bit, seeing our temperatures get into the 30s here for Helena, 31 Bozeman, 25 down there in West Yellowstone, so a little bit chillier over that direction. And then Wednesday, we continue to kind of bump up a few degrees. In general, your 7-day forecast is looking pretty non-impactful. We're going to stick to those 30s and 40s here in the Helena area and not quite see any weather patterns really push in a significant way here, not even until next week looks like. We aren't going to get any of that active weather. Now, that's not to say no moisture will move into Montana. Like we saw in that future track, we could see a little bit of precipitation tomorrow in the Kalispell, Missoula area, but in Helena, it is going to be on the drier side. So, of course, tomorrow, looking at a high of 31 degrees, we'll see a little bit more cloud cover here in our skies. Wednesday, 35, 42 on Thursday, sticking to those low 40s through the weekend, and then looking at a high of 36 there on Monday next week.
As